I'm Dale Megan and I'm a member of the Ardnamurchan History and Heritage Association, and we've just had a fantastic launch here in Fascadale today. This is going to be one of the sites we're working on, and we've been with the Archaeology Scotland guys and talking about all the possibilities of the work over the next couple of years, and we've had a great turnout from members of the community who've all come along with their own ideas. So we're really excited because this is the beginning of 2 years and a real focus on some fantastic sites. So yeah, it's just going to be a really good couple of years.
So what we've got going on here, we're stood in the main room of what would have been a house built in the early part of the 19th century that probably collapsed at some point in the middle of the 20th century, maybe a little bit before. And what we're doing at the moment is we're removing all of the sort of collapsed tumble material to try and find out what the inside of the house would have been like when it was in use. So over in this trench here, we've already removed a large chunk of wall. You can see this back wall of the house is very low down. A large amount of the stonework from that had simply tumbled forward into the building, and you can see some of these big holes where the stones have been removed. So we've taken all that tumble away. We're now working our way through the soil to try and work out what's going on in here, but it looks like we've got possibly an internal wall or some sort of built stone feature. And down in the bottom corner over here where Catherine's working, we may have the remains of a cobbled floor surface. So once we get all of this soil off here, we'll be able to work out what exactly is going on in there. And we're hoping that it will start to resemble something like the cobbled floor that we've identified in this trench. So when you would come into the building, we've got two different floor surfaces going on. As soon as you get into the building, there's these small sort of rounded river pebbles, river cobbles, and then a clear distinction between that and this laid rectangular sort of cobbled floor as well. We're not entirely sure why the difference between the two, but initially we thought it might have been some sort of repair work, but it does look like a purposeful decision to have these two separate styles of flooring. You can see out the doorway there's a huge amount of collapse over here as well, so we're just trying to identify what's safe to remove and uncover the rest of the floor. But before you even get into the house, there's a beautiful platform on the front of the building. So this lovely laid platform that actually extends all the way along the front of the building, and would have been a lovely place for people to probably sit and enjoy the view, maybe repair their fishing nets or do a bit of spinning. And what we're not sure of is what's going on directly in the front here. There's this little gravel sort of track that we believe originally connected this house to another one across to the east, and so we need to do a little bit more excavation in there to see if there's anything underneath that trackway, because we've got some larger stones starting to appear as well. So a little bit more digging to do, but it's all starting to come together quite nicely.
Historically, for a remote community like ours, before the advent of roads, the jetty was the hub of the community, bringing in goods and produce out. The last place you saw when leaving the village, and the first welcoming sight when arriving. In every sense, the jetty is at the heart of a coastal village. There has been a landing place in Kilchoan ever since the first people settled here, and as the population grew in the 1800s, the jetty's importance also grew. It was the only landing place for many years, and now the jetty continues to provide a focus for the village's many maritime activities. The 2 local creel fishing boats use it. Numerous craft, from kayaks to keel yachts, rowing boats to ribs, launch from it, and visiting yachtsmen land there. And it becomes a central point of the village every year for the West Ardnamurchan regatta. The jetty we see today was built in the 80s and 90s on the base of the original stones, but the effect of the constant buffering by the Atlantic waves have taken their toll and large sections have broken off. We have worked hard to keep it going, but the damage is accelerating and we need to do a full repair by removing the old surface layer and relaying specialised reinforced concrete. The West Ardnamurchan Jetty Association, who own the jetty, and the Community Development Company are working together to repair and strengthen this important community asset ready for the summer.